beautiful stars, reading time. Fun fact, we've got little Salem in here. She's on the opposite chair to me. And when she comes in here, I know it's heavy energy because she normally, when I'm doing readings, she'll come and she'll lie right at the door frame. It's like she's protecting any negative energy that comes in. But when she's in here, I know it's something heavy. She's my little protector, aren't you say? She's just cleaning herself. So let's get into it. I do have a feeling this one's going to be quite heavy. All right, let's see what's going on. Main collective. All right, beautiful main collective. What's going on with you right now? She's just looking at me. Oh, it's nice. Unconditional love. All right, shock revelation. So something could be coming in quite quick, or you could have just experienced something. These are actually very nice. Maybe you've been very overwhelmed by this energy. Unconditional love, giving, receiving affection, falling in love, sudden changes, shocking news. You could be in the middle of a storm, like an actual storm, as you're watching this. Surprise epiphany, upheaval, transformation. But new phase, you're going through a phoenix period, rekindling, renew, transform, growth, change mind, and Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting, there might just be a bit of hesitation. Even though these are very positive, I actually feel the right collective, this is what you're overwhelmed about. Okay, I think the right collective, you've maybe been in hopes things are going to start shifting. Maybe you've held on for a long time that, you know, you've been, and that this Cupid's arrow is, you know, coming towards you. For the first card to be unconditional love, you clearly have someone connected to you, person on your mind that no matter what's been done here before this Phoenix period, there's so much empathy and softness in your heart towards this connection. But for some reason, I don't think this lightning has come just yet. Okay, one more for your top row. We will confirm everything. One more for your top row. Yeah, soul connection. So the right collective, you definitely, whoever this person is, you think they are tied to your soul contract. You have an agreement with this person, but girl with a snake. So could be some energy in the background. This card talks about boundaries. It talks about empaths and narcissists, but when I read this, I hear fake empath. Okay, so there could be someone quite deceptive either in your life or you feel is connected to someone that is person on your mind, your soul contract. Okay, maybe you think they struggle to put up boundaries. It reminds me of more like a mother or a father, or you know, it could be a love interest. But just when I see this, when people are really blinded sometimes to people's intention, it's because they trust that person at such a deep level, right? So they don't really see through the deception. So I normally see this card as more of someone of a permanent fixture in someone's life. So again, some kind of family member or a childhood friend, okay? But being charmed or used, it's like I feel the right collective. Maybe this is a thought pattern of yours, what's really stopped your arrow from coming forward. Actually, hold on, I just want to see, this is beautiful. So even though with this unconditional love, your focus is you're trying to make healthier choices. You don't want to be overwhelmed by this energy, so you're on top of your energy, okay? I don't think you like the anxiety or the stress that's attached to this thought, this memory when it comes to this person or even this person involved, people involved. Hold on, I want to see who this girl with the snake is in your eyes. Who's this girl with the snake? This could be someone you work with. Full but delayed. Okay, so definitely you feel this person is someone that's delaying this connection. Okay, confirmation. You could also think this person affects your abundance. They could actually, just side note, present quite successful in life as well. Like I said, I feel this person has kind of that mask that they're a very good person. Okay, and I'm not saying they're not a good person. I'm just saying in your mind. I always say it as a reader, I'm here to confirm your emotion, not tell you how to feel. So for the right collective, whoever this person is, it's like you clearly see through the veil of them, but the people around them, especially the person connected to you, I think you don't realize, I think you think they don't realize who this person really is at the core. Okay, delay, lack of completion, stagnation, disappointments. I want one more for Ace of Pentacles. It's a very grounded kind of energy. Wheel of Fortune. Again, definitely tied to your karmic wheel, but this person's really challenged this connection. External forces, external influence, karmic lessons that have not been learnt because of this person. Why do I feel water? I'm just feeling very heavy water. I heard Pisces straight away. It could be Cancer, Scorpio. But you know, until the veil of this person is broken, you're not going to reach a turning point. And I'm hearing this and I'm going to say it, don't make it fit. I think the right collective, even though you can see through this person, I don't think you've ever voiced how you feel about this person or the grievances you feel, the distrust you feel for this person to your person. So if you're someone that's complained about, you know, a mother, like, I'm not feeling that. I think you've sat in silence with this. It's like you're watching it unfold, if you know it or not. Even if you can't see it, you haven't added fuel to the fire with this energy. Okay, it's on your mind and it's a grievance, it's a block in your mind, but I don't think you've voiced those grievances to this soul contract person. Okay, this person's clearly in your soul contract too. Sorry. Yeah, lack of focus, lost momentum, energy block. So clearly, just confirmation, it is someone that's really blocked this connection in your mind. They bring your person out of alignment. So maybe you think they feed into their bad habits or whatever the case is. You see this is keeping this new beginning out of alignment. Okay, it keeps it stuck. Cause the separation. Can't get any more clearer. Three of Swords. So with the delays, the stagnation, the disappointment, grief, sorrow, desperation, or depression. Why did I say maybe you think this person presents a little bit desperate. Misunderstandings, caused a lot of misunderstandings here. I'm not going to lie, I'm hearing parent, okay? Don't make it fit. But a lot of tears and loss because of this energy. So again, confirmation, I think this person to the world presents either quite successful, quite grounded, accomplished as a person, okay? They really seem like, I don't want to say a light-hearted soul, but they have a lot of faith in the world around them and lessons and things happen. Like, I just feel this person, again, it's that fake empath, present very in touch with people and this and that, but deep inside, it's like, you know, this person's true colors, okay? And they've definitely affected this connection. But I need to cause a lot of burdens here, 10 of Wands. But I need to make it clear, one of the biggest details, you've been in silence about what you feel about this person. It hasn't been voiced. So, again, don't make it fit. All right, let's keep going. Lightning. You're someone, I think, believes in those full circle moments. You believe in karma, even if it doesn't happen in time. You understand the karmic wheel is always at play, and whatever's interfered here, you know it will come full circle, okay? But again, you're not silly. You know without this being solved, you're never going to get that arrow. This is a big block here with this connection in your mind. All right, lightning, sudden change. So that's about separation and heartbreak. I think this is what you're hoping to receive this revelation with. But also maybe your separation was quite a sudden upheaval in your life as well. Okay, I always say when there's a sudden separation, it's not really sudden, but sometimes we just ignore the red flags. Whenever a separation occurs, there's normally a lot of red flags the upcoming weeks towards the separation. But when you're lost in your love bubble, or you're someone who's very dependable and dedicated, and you don't really look at little arguments as causing a separation. If anything, you think little arguments should bring you closer to your partner, overcoming those challenges to open up more depth of vulnerability. Like, I think maybe this collective, what you put up with in relationships, unfortunately, can make you a little bit blinded to the red flags that are being presented. For this collective, because I'm hearing two for that, and don't make it fit. For this to feel very sudden, how this breakup happened, I think the right collective, there was warning signs that this person was starting to pull away. Let it be more arguments than usual. Let it be, them not being able to express themselves and take off in certain conflicts. Let it be there was little things that weren't the same pattern of your relationship, but again, because you think differently. And I always say, people that think everyone thinks like us, it's such a detriment. You should never overgeneralize. We all think differently. We all have different trauma that affects the way we walk through life. But I just feel this collective, you felt blindsided. Okay. But side note, you currently, as you're watching this, you don't want this pattern anymore. You don't want to feel like this anymore. You don't want to let the emotion of abandonment, silent treatment be this overwhelming. Like, even though you love this person, I feel this collective, just the emotion tied to this person, sometimes it can be really heavy on you, and you just question a lot about your heart space and why you're still so attached to the outcome of this. Okay, Phoenix. Someone new, and again, maybe that's the mind frame you're at right now. Okay, I'm hearing a couple things. Maybe you're wanting to get back out there, but remember, growth, changed, rekindle, renew. I always say, these people that watch me regularly on TikTok, when you part ways with someone, right, this is important. When you part ways with someone, it's for a reason. Your relationship's off balance, right? So people that break up, make up within a few days, a couple of weeks, that's no time to change. You can't change trauma in a few days or a week. So I'm sure there's a reason it's coming to my mind for this collective. I'm sure you've been in situations before, you've had arguments with past people, and you get back together and you're like, I'm changed, or you hear them say, I'm changed, I'm never going to do that again. It's not enough time to heal the core trauma to not be able to do it again. It's just a mask, right? So I always say, if you are wanting someone back in your life, right, you need to let that bird go, and you need to trust in divine. Anyone that comes back into your life, until the core things are changed, the emotional blocks which we go over, the trigger points, you're just going to keep repeating the same cycle. So I always say, if you want someone back in your life, you've got to let go of the old version of them. You've got to see them as a new person, because if you're holding on to the old, you will repeat the old, and vice versa, their emotion towards you. And this is why I say, long separations for true internal change are needed. And I believe that to be minimum a year to 2 years for someone to really start changing core wounding. It's just like when people give up addictions, right? Talk about sobriety here all the time. A lifetime worth of addictions, it takes a good 2 years for your mind, your mental state to start clearing and balancing. Shadow work, that's been, again, blocks, triggers your whole life since you were 3-4 years old. It takes years to overcome. It takes years to balance your mind again. It takes years to clear out your subconscious thought pattern, the way you walk through life, right? We don't know what's going on back here. This is our programming, right? Until you change that, just like the path of sobriety, it's not going to work. It's all a mask, right? So this collective, for you to really have a phoenix period, you can't keep holding on to the old. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You still have pain here, and pain, honestly, and it might not feel like pain equals resentment. We harbor resentment, and this could be because of unfinished business, a lack of words spoken, a lack of questions asked. I get it, but this collective, until you really heal this out and truly believe, girl with a snake, boy with a snake, axe energy or not, we were never meant to be at that point in life. Right person, wrong time, maybe. We were broken. Our relationship was off balance. You can't stay with someone and bring the scales back. You need a separation. When a relationship's off balance, whoever's pulling away with broken, traumatic souls, they've got the upper hand, if you know it or not. Because whoever starts to pull away, normally, right, this person, you start putting excessive energy in. You start being overly nice. You start walking on eggshells. You start sucking up this person's bum because you want them back in your life, right? I know this is a general reading, but for the right collective, this should be dropping pennies because it's coming to my mind, right? That doesn't work. The more you suck up someone's ass, especially when they're not being right to you, where you should be putting up a boundary, again, they've got more of the upper hand. They keep pulling away, okay? You cannot stay with someone and bring the scales back. Separation needs to be put in place, and that's when you choose yourself and you choose to work on your boundaries, your self-discovery, and the traumas that keep you in a relationship or keep you tied to someone that makes you feel, even though they're treating you like rubbish, I better be extra nice. I don't want them to leave me. Whatever happened here in the past, there's a reason I deviated and said, for you, you might have felt it was sudden. I don't think this person was treating you right. You could have had the most intense, passionate chemistry. You could have, had those beautiful, glowing, uplifting moments. But I also feel there was a lot of arguments here, okay? For you to know there was someone in the background, for you to be, in your mind, blaming someone else for what happened here, the delays, the Three of Swords, you know deep down inside that this person was pulling away slowly. You might not have admitted that to yourself just yet, but for you to be dissecting, you clearly know this wasn't just sudden. Anyway, my point to my ramble is clearly this wasn't working in the past, and you shouldn't be viewing your separation as something negative. You weren't being treated right. This person clearly maybe thought they weren't being treated right if they walked away. Again, you might not agree with their perception, but you can't help how someone feels. Being advised to leave you or not, they chose to leave, right? But if you want this person back in your life and you can't see this as brand new, getting to know each other again, reintroducing yourself again, and you are still watching this and you need to be honest with yourself and you're holding on to past grievances, it will never work because you'll be highly triggered. Every time you have that intuition and you're feeling a remembrance that this person is pulling away again, straight away you're going to think, are they going to run? Are they going to this? Are they going to that? You're going to always be on high alert, which creates distrust in your bond. A relationship with love, family, friends, work, without trust, it never works. So long separations are needed if you truly want someone back in your life, where people can go through heartbreak for a week and just be in complete agony thinking, why haven't they called me again? Why haven't they? You shouldn't even want that person in a week, in the nicest way, because just logically, you're just destined to repeat the pain time and time again, okay? And if you are someone in the past, because remember, everything in life is a lesson, even before we activate, and we might not remember those lessons, but if you've experienced those relationships that you kept getting back with each other, or you would have a very big argument and then within a day everything would be fine, and it went to shit a few years later. The universe wants you to remember that kind of behavior in a relationship, it doesn't work. You might get soothed in the moment because you've, gotten back together, but within a couple days you're fighting about the exact same thing and you're going through another painful grievance. You need to trust in divine timing. And I know this collective, you've been waiting for your arrow for a long time, but there's a deeper reason why this arrow hasn't arrived. And I don't think the right collective, you still are able to see this as new. Okay, I think you still have things that you haven't released. You're in pain over something here. Yes, this person, but also pain. Maybe, again, resentment for having to wait for so long, but you've chosen to wait. You're choosing to hold on to the detriment instead of just recycling and trusting this would never have worked. Yes, we loved each other to the core. Yes, we were a soul connection. Yes, we were divines, but it wasn't working. I know this was for my best interest. I know this was for my best benefit. So why am I holding on to this shit? And if it really is a beautiful soul connection, you would have developed through this. You would have activated. You would have started, tackling your birthright. You would be a completely different person watching this. So instead of holding on to the pain, have acceptance. Because you wouldn't be who you are today if this person was still in your life. Okay. Trust it all happened for a reason. But anyway, long ramble. Let's keep going. Cupid's arrow. Abundance. So that makes me happy. That's about keeping a positive mindset, as we said it. Stop focusing on the betrayal. Stop focusing on the reason this hasn't come in. Let it be this energy or not. Keep positive. Huge confirmation for you to get this arrow released. And I say this all the time with the universe. They give us lessons, and no bigger sign than our body's emotion. It's our compass in life. And I always say what repeats physically and emotionally, it's not serving us. That's why it keeps coming up. They're wanting it to remove from our cycle. This is how they show us through emotion, physical lessons, what needs to change, okay, out of our shadow. This collective, whenever you get overwhelmed, and I don't think it's all the time, but when you are overwhelmed about your Cupid's arrow, you go straight into the reasoning of why, and it throws out your positive mindset. They're just wanting you to shift it. They're wanting you to understand this had to be done. It doesn't matter who's at fault. And I'll tell you something, if this really was a mother or a father or a childhood friend, that means whoever this person is that you feel this way about, if that is them, who they are or not, doesn't matter. They're attached to your person, right? So I always say this, and I'm sure you've heard me say this. When you accept someone in your life as a companion, you're accepting what comes with them, right? So if this is a parent and they're like this, you having that outlook on this person that's connected to them, eventually, and maybe not straight away, it's going to start, if you do decide to voice your grievances or whatever the case may be, you're going to start putting friction in between your connection, right? Because like I said before, this person clearly has blind trust for this person. Whatever your issue is with the interference, you need to heal that burden in your heart if you really are wanting this Cupid's arrow and everything to change here. The right collective, this will make sense. The universe is literally saying it's you and your mind frame that's keeping away your arrow. It's not them or this person, girl with a snake. Yes, physically 3D. Okay, 3D human, 85%. Yes, this person might be staying and keeping them blind. Just hypothetical, right? But like divine intervention, the karmic wheel, everything's timed. When you can actually get out of this and stop resenting this person, because believe it or not, the more you put focus on this, your person's going to keep being blinded by this. As soon as you can release it and release resentment and pain from this person, what's going to happen? The universe will work its magic, and then what they're blinded to in the 3D, their karma will be revealed. I always say anyone that's tied to your soul contract, you have to wait for everybody's wheel to go around. You're actually, how much you're fixating on this situation, because side note, unintentionally sending the evil eye, I always say we get karma for that. You're actually stopping this person receiving their unveiling, if that's really their nature. Okay? Again, right collective, that'll make sense. The universe is literally saying, it's you that's stopping this, not anyone else. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you need and want. Gratitude and bliss. And I have to be honest, I don't think this collective, you just focus thinking, oh, this person, blah, blah, blah. But when you get overwhelmed and you start dissecting your mind, it's just stop thinking there was interference. It had to be done, is all I'm trying to say. This would never have worked. You were an unbalanced relationship. It would never have worked long term. You should be thanking the heavens for your separations, because you've become a new person. And if you've become a new person and they're really tied to your soul, what does that mean? If this is really fated for you, if this is the person on the end of your red thread, they're destined to be a new person too. So stop holding on to the pain and what you feel is betrayal, because you're keeping them stuck in their old version. And that old version you do not need anymore. Okay? Girl with a snake. Okay, so I'm not saying this person's good, okay, but this is also a card of obsession and fixation. And like I said, I don't think you're obsessed, but when you really get to the nitty-gritties of it, there is kind of a fixation of with this person. You've got to stop. All right. This person, like I said before, they present a certain way, what I can feel. And yes, they've got some things deep down, but just like you've changed, this person's got potential to change if they want to. But yes, they do block this in some form of way, but it's because you're letting them. Okay. Again, if you just release this, the wheel will come full circle. And something will be revealed about this person that makes people see through that, okay? Anyone that's tied to your contract, and I always say this, especially if you're a very powerful person or you're on the divine journey, that means your team is powerful enough to wake them up through karma. Because you mess with a powerful person, you get karma, okay? Because you've got a mission here. Your ancestors are like your army, your soldiers, right? So if this person is really connected to you and your person, they're special deep down inside. And it's their trauma and their karma that, karmic energy, from life after life, that makes them behave this way. It doesn't mean they don't have a star inside, just like you. Anyone that's tied to your contract, don't hold on to the pain or the person you believe them to be. See it in a different way. If they're connected to me in this lifetime, they clearly have a lot of potential. And I'm not saying for you to excuse this, like this person's not in your life, it's just energy, okay? I'm not telling you to be a doormat to this kind of behavior, that's not the case. But just through this separation, we've all done things we're not proud of. And people that have activated in this world, most trauma-filled souls. So you've done a lot of things you're not proud of. Everyone can change, is all I'm trying to say. Crow outside going, just try your hardest to switch that thought pattern when this comes over you. All right? And watch everything start evolving the right way. Relationship evolves to the next phase, healing inner child and growth. Yeah, we know that, but karmics are lessons. So they're lessons in our contract, and they're saying just come from a very loving, centered place in your heart. That's all, okay? Soul connection. Update. So you're replaying events right now. I don't think you're in the best mind frame right now. Again, little Salem coming in here. You're overwhelmed. Maybe you guys were engaged here. This is something you're replaying. Maybe you're like, where would my life be? Is this person moving? Like, I just feel this collective. From seeing this first part, the biggest message for this collective are my deviations. About seeing what's repeating emotionally, especially when it comes to negativity. Write it down. Write it down every time something negative or whatever's coming. Write the emotion down and then find another perspective for that emotion in more of a positive, accepting light. Okay, and like I said, okay, just side note, say this person returns, this person still has that kind of behavior. You're not to be a doormat, but you're not to be argumentative and triggering and blah, don't let them get a reaction out of you. But let's just say they do something that you don't agree with. Maybe in the past, because it was this person's parent or long-term friend, you would just kind of be in silence and wouldn't say anything. If they do something that doesn't feel right for you and it's directed at you, stand up for yourself. Actually, I don't agree with that. I have a different outlook to that. You're entitled to your opinion, but I don't need to think like you, and I don't need to act the way you expect me to act, or I don't need to, like, stand up for yourself. It's not about being a doormat. I'm not saying, oh, look at this person like a bloody goddess, but it's just more the perception it wasn't their fault that this fell apart. Yes, they could have played a big part, but they were meant to play a big part, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so don't blame them. Have understanding. It wasn't their fault. Okay, might not be the best person right now, but they're clearly tied to the person that's connected to you. Okay, I just want to make that clear, because when we talk about accepting and love and seeing people as equal, doesn't mean to be a doormat. Okay, but right now for the right collective, this person's not in your life. It's just all mental anguish. All right. Okay, last one. You're trying to have fun. Maybe you're, that's good. That's good. I always say, and I said it before, as a reader, I'm not here to tell you how you've had these seeds planted in your mind. It's just, I'm here to confirm your deep emotion, your deep intuition to keep you on the right path of faith and belief. Okay. But if you've had that, inspired action from up above to just start getting out a little bit more and having a bit more of a better time and not keeping yourself isolated, get out there and do some things, because you might... There's so many beautiful serendipitous moments that are on our path in life, but especially through spiritual activation, when you choose to shut off and you choose not to get out of the house, there's beautiful people on your path you're meant to meet in those serendipitous moments. Let it be you go to the same coffee shop every day, and then, all of a sudden you're like, actually, I'm going to go to that coffee shop today. I'm going to go to the coffee shop by the beach and I'm going to sit down. You're meant to meet someone. So if you get that intuition and you're driving and you're like, oh, nah, bugger it. This is closer. There's a reason I'm using this as an example. This could have actually just been a mind frame for someone. You're like, oh, no, bugger it. I'll just go here. It'll get me home quicker. Okay, so you end up cancelling out that inspired action, right? Say you've been wanting to move and you're thinking, actually, I want to move to a complete new area, but then you think, oh, but my gym's here, this is here. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just stay in this area. It's a lot easier, da-da-da-da-da. Your inspired action was to move to a completely different location, but you're choosing the easier path. I talk about it when we're on our light path and how the darkness tries to come in. The dark path seems a lot easier, a lot more comfortable. It's the light path that makes us question, and we're like, and I know they're just little examples, but it comes to big decisions in life too. And when it comes to our work path, it's the hard path. It's the path where our commitment gets tested, our mental discipline that's worthwhile. Anything that comes easy creates comfort and keeps us stuck. Just remember that, okay? But I think the universe is giving you inspired action right now. Maybe you're choosing to not listen to it because you just want to stay in your comfort, okay? Even if it's just, oh, I'm actually going to go for a long walk today. I'm going to go for this direction instead of going that direction. You might not even know. You might not even know in time why that inspired action took place. You might not see any signs, right? But that could be a full circle moment you don't even know. Maybe that day you were walking, someone drove past you, right? And they caught your eye, but they chose not to stop, right? And then let's say 2 weeks later, they see you in the shop and they're like, I actually saw you the other day. I wanted to have a chat with you, but I didn't have the confidence, or whatever it is. That inspired action that comes, it might not make any sense on the day. It might just be like, oh, where did that come from? It's a puzzle piece, right? Collective, this will make sense. Don't cancel out your inspired action, intuition from up above, especially when it comes to changing like a direction or a habit you do all the time. Okay, you want to shop at another grocery store, and I'm really getting into detail about this for some reason. This is important for this collective trust. Might not make sense in time, but you need to trust in the serendipity in this world. Okay, it's that burnt toast theory. Have you heard about that? If you burn a piece of toast, it could save your life because you're having to remake it. So there's this saying which I completely believe. I say it all the time. It's like, you know, when you're leaving your house and then you forget your keys, or you think, oh, did I leave that light on? Did I leave my hair straightener on? Did I leave that candle burning? So you go back, right? Or you burn the toast, you have to remake the toast, and it takes you 5-10 minutes off your path in day. That could save your life. That could be the universe making you get that inspired intuition, and you walk in and everything's off and whatever the case. They were protecting you from an accident, or they were aligning you to be at the right place, right time. Let it be meeting someone. Let it be you had to get in the car and hear a certain song that activated nostalgia, or walk into a shopping centre where a certain song started playing, or time to walk into a shopping centre with this person's name out the front. It's all, everything's timed. My point is, trust those moments and don't ignore those moments intuitively, and see what happens and unfolds in your life. Okay. All right. Before we get into your love energy, I just want to confirm what you guys are going through, okay, and what's around you, and then we'll get into connecting love energy. What love is here? So we've got Gemini, Sagittarius. They could be important signs. All right, so we've got communication, the birds. Communicate, negotiate. There is a discussion. I think this is, I feel, what you're focusing on, okay, because it confirms the front. So even around your energy, this is a big focus for you guys right now. You could, side note, be having someone you're back and forth with right now. That's that debating kind of energy, and energy that makes you a bit nervous. And it's funny, I'm hearing myself talk about that girl boy with the snake. It's not about silencing yourself, putting up a boundary. So if you're getting tested with people that you just silence yourself with right now, right? So let it be friends, family, work colleagues. You get a bit nervous. You don't want to add fuel to the fire. So you just shut down, okay? Even though your mind is telling you something completely different. We say when pivotal changes are coming, we get those lessons with things that are already in our life to see, can we handle this emotionally? We say full circle moments come when we can handle it emotionally. It's not going to make us trauma worse. It's like the pre-test for the big test. So if you have someone coming into your energy, right, or multiple people that you're really going to need to know boundaries and stand up for yourself in a kind, compassionate way, okay, you'd be getting tested with this stuff right now. It's the review period before the big, okay. And we say it's us that prolongs our timeline when we're not passing those little emotional tests. We're not failing, we're just prolonging. There's something here right now, your soul contract is in place. Something big that they're trying to release, but they're giving you lessons. So instead of focusing on what's out of your control, things you can't get answers to because it's in the dark, focus on what you can control. The things that are in your life that are being illuminated. What is out of your hands should be out of your mind and heart. But what is in your control, your day-to-day, see the lessons. Right now I feel this collective, your lessons are things that make you nervous, things that make you maybe argumentative in the past, whatever it is. Different direction with communication. And I do think this collective, you can be intimidated by certain people. I don't want to say intimidated, that's the wrong word. I think you shut down emotionally and don't always voice your needs and wants, okay? Something here, you need to do that, but learn to do it in a beautiful, constructive way, a socially acceptable way, okay? But making contact, text and call. So love is here. So there's something trickling in within the next 4 to 8 weeks to do with your contract, but that I feel you're in your pre-review period. You'll be getting tested with it now. And then we've got, 14 to 30. So within the, I'm going to say from now, and then 2 weeks. So now I think is your pre-period, right? And I think, let's say 2 to 8 weeks, there's a temperance period coming over you. So let's say your first 2 to 4 weeks, we're going into temperance period. Moderation, tranquility, balancing opposition, right? Learning patience, learning understanding, calmness, especially when it comes to emotion, right? After that, you've got something, if passed, within the next, so after your 4 to 8 weeks, something to do with your beautiful contract. So use this time. Emotion is normally what activates the way we communicate, to learn patience, understanding, and calmness. So like I said before, everything I say is for a reason. Write down anything from this from now, I'm going to say, at 8 weeks that comes out negative. It's really good when we have it visualized. This is why vision boards work so much. It might sound like such an irrelevant BS kind of coping mechanism. It's so important. I even say vision boards, you don't need to look at them every day. You just walking past them subconsciously, it's imprinting, it's reprogramming that mess here that keeps us, believe it or not. So pen and paper is a very powerful thing. So anything negative that you know comes over, my eyeballs are on, negative that comes over, you need to write down and write a clearer perception, okay? Do it for the next, I say people should do this all the time, but especially over these next 2 months, you need to really start shifting the way you speak about others internally. I don't think you're a nasty person, but internally, very easy to find the negative in people, right? And even about yourself. Write it down, change your perception. Because this first 2 to 4 weeks, your review is about, can you moderate your intensity internally? How do you deal with opposing forces, people that are polar opposite to you? How can you balance and unite chalk and cheese energy? Okay, there's just certain things with your temperance that is really going to be illuminated, okay? Especially patience. So they're going to activate things in your life that make you impatient, because they want to see, do you have patience here? Especially if one of your traumas is codependence and abandonment. I find there's a lot of anxiety attached to that emotion. So when certain problems and issues arise, and I find people that struggle with abandonment, it's kind of that what we were talking about before, when something's off balance and you're not being treated right, you don't even care because you just don't want to be alone, okay? So a lot of anxiety comes, and stress, and you start to clip your partner's wings. You don't want them out of your sight, and there's something here. You're really going to be tested on things that activate your codependence. So need of an outcome as well over these next few weeks. Scythe. There is some big energy here, but you're going to have to be tested with big energy, unexpected things, ripping off the Band-Aid, reckoning energy for your communication. So let it be, it comes with, it's all to balance. It's a review period. Don't sit in the emotion, see it outside of the box. Let it be people that activate you through work or family or friends or strangers, whatever it is. See it outside of the box. Sudden and unexpected. Wanting you to release certain things. Cut things out of your shadow. Ripping off the Band-Aid. To make room for the right kind of surprises. Some of these things might come in quite shockingly. It's all just a test. That's how you have to see it. Third party, to prepare you This is huge, because for the right collective, it's a main focus. But someone else's influence or not, someone else involved or not, a stranger, a love triangle, outside party, third wheel, too many people, whatever it is, you've got to learn how to deal with this. The right collective, this is huge detail. I'm going to teach you how to deal with this. Whoever you have this outlook on, just remember, without them as well as your person, you wouldn't be who you are today. Let's just say they really were, a piece of the puzzle to do with your separation. Let it be the advice they gave, whatever it is. You should be thanking them. Like, truly. You should be thanking them, because look at you now. Do you know what? Yes, you've been in pain and whatever, but the right collective, you've evolved. This is so important, because it's all preparing you to be able to deal with this. Okay. You will be confronted with this energy again. 12th of the 7th, 18th of the 10th. Could be birthdays or memories. Communication. Be in charge. Don't let your emotion overrun the power of who you are. Powerful, your independence. Attitude is everything. Keep cool, calm, and collected. True. Confident. But I feel you need to get out of solidarity. I think you need to just get out in the world a little bit more, so you can welcome in these tests as well, okay? Otherwise, it's going to come... When lessons are being prepared for you and you've got no one in your life, whatever you depend on, so let it be, you work from home, or it'll affect those areas because your will's at play. So it'll affect your business, or let's say you just speak to your family, it'll affect your family bond, right? Whereas if you're getting out with inspired action, maybe this lesson, and this is coming for a reason, maybe you're in the shopping center and you see someone being very nasty and arguing with a complete stranger, and this person's in the wrong, this person looks like they're in an unsafe position. Maybe that's, a sign for you. This is coming to my reason. Don't just be a side watcher. If someone's not being treated right, if you're having to learn boundaries but in a strong, non-argumentative way, maybe that's a lesson that they're testing you with. Are you going to go help this person in need? Are you going to go take them away from this situation? Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? When your lessons are coming in, if you are stuck in your house and stuck in your comfort, you will have to get those lessons in what makes you comfortable. Okay, just letting you know. All right, right collective, this will make sense. Could even come at a nail shop. I'm hearing this for a reason. So maybe you've been in a situation, there's someone being really nasty to one of those nail techs. I see it all the time. I can't help but say something. I feel people that leave their house, sometimes when it comes to workers that are servers, they just treat them horribly, okay? And let's be real, it's projection. It's because they get treated horribly at work. So where they do feel they have control, they're nasty to people. Train horn. So just there's a reason that's coming to my mind. But this lover's energy, this can be flamed, okay? This can get into ignition, getting things going, fueling the fire. There could be a spark here, but effort is required through your emotional lessons. People don't realize the importance of those little 1%ers. It's what opens the way for us. Those things, like I say, everything is timed to the millisecond. Anything that comes on our path, I talk about it when you find feathers and numbers and animals. They're on your path for a reason. So if they're on your path for a reason, what makes you think other situations aren't there for a reason? Do you remember, I'm hearing myself say this, remember I said it a few readings ago, I was walking through our little bee farm, right? There I am with my shopping bag on my shoulder. And this man's running after me, right? And I turn around and he's got $20 in his hand. And he's like, "Did you lose this?" And I knew I didn't lose it. I'm like, "No, that's not mine, but thank you for coming up and asking me." Anyone that, not anyone, but a lot of people would have just put that in their pocket, right? And then my brain started thinking, because I see everything in this life as a lesson. And I thought, that person that lost that $20, especially this day and age, bloody cost of living, they probably thought they had the worst karma. But what good karma to actually lose that to two good people? There's a reason whoever lost that $20 lost it to give me and this old man a lesson, because it was a lesson, it was a test. Are we going to be sly and keep that money? It's like, so that person losing that $20 would have felt terrible in the moment, but the fact he lost that $20 to give us a lesson, because we're all tied into one big bloody circle. I was praying, I'm like, I hope that man comes across a lot more than what he's lost. Like, makes sense? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Anything that comes on your path, there's a lesson tied to it, okay? And it's those moments that the review period, are we ready for what comes next? How are we dealing with these moments is all I'm trying to say, okay? Temperance. You pass this, it's time to spring into action. New cycle begins, new beginnings. So again, confirmation, you pass this review test period we've been talking so much about, this is going to ignite, okay? This is this collective's focus for the next few weeks. And every time you're losing belief, rewatch this. All right, are you getting frustrated? Are you getting impatient? Patience is going to be a big lesson for you. And how you're communicating. And your boundaries in a nice, constructive, non-argumentative way. And then through all these surprises and unexpected things and ripping off it's creating steady movement. So don't sit in the emotion of the lessons. Thank the universe for what's coming? Why am I getting these lessons? Because I'm going to pass every single one of them. Keep them coming. Steady movement forward, going the distance, direct route, traveling. I think I can, I think I can't. I think I can. Okay? This energy, it ain't doom and gloom. And I say this all the time. It's energy like this that puts us into forward movement. Happiness and comfort keeps us stuck and stagnant. All right? And you're okay, so this third party, your intuition's right. Who cares? Who cares? We've gone over that in detail, but you're right. Intuition, your subconscious. You know there's been interference. You know. You're a powerful collective. Clearly, look at how I'm speaking. Everything I'm saying, you know, you're aware of. Okay? Lessons, timing, like you get it. But your divine feminine energy, who cares? Let's put some compassion and understanding for why it happened. Okay? Yes, the fox. Yes, there was yes. But what do you think I'm going to say? Who cares? Without it, you wouldn't be who you are. All right. All right, last one. Oh, eagle. Just a new perspective. That's all. That's the biggest theme so far. And again, it is challenging, people, because there's something here. This person in the past, why do I feel like you sucked up their ass? Just like you knew they were wrong, but I don't know if you're one of those people, like, you're just so overly nice to everyone. It's not about being a doormat, but it's when you see something that's wrong. I don't agree with that. Like, it's very neutral, very logical approach, not emotional. You're this, you're that, who that? It's not that. It's just you feel something's not right. Boundary in a strong, constructive, socially acceptable way. You're gonna have moments that you need to stand up for yourself in power and confidence and not be nervous. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. And I just need to go back because I'm hearing me say this. When I said that if there's something frictional in a shopping center or something, like, don't put yourself in danger. Like, I just had to say that because that came to my mind. But even get a big sturdy man or something to come with you. Like, just don't whatever you feel is around you that is not right, don't let it just happen, is the message for this collective. Stand up, boundary, okay? In a nice, neutral way. All right. And then opportunity, new hope. Regal, be proud. Clear vision and perspective. Okay. And then divine masculine energy and your contract. Again, confirmation. Your soul, that there's something coming full circle. Agreement, pact, cycle, contract, partnership, trust. Alliance, commitment, circular, continuing on. Closure, promise, bond. Okay. And if these are tests, the universe isn't going to put you in a situation you're going to be in danger. But I just wanted to say that because people on social media, it always has to say something. They're like, gotcha. Why would you say something like that? Sorry. But you know what I'm trying to say, the gist of it. Okay. Open the door for something very beautiful. Okay. All right, let's get into this person. I just want one more. I just want a universal message for you guys. And then we'll get into this person. Just a message from the universe for you over this next now to 8 weeks. Okay, victory! The only card that's up, you're going to be crowned, which makes me think you're going to pass these with flying colours. I always say reading finds you for destiny path. Something's unlocking and unfolding. Beautiful. Release expectations and trust in them. And key, you might be granted a key as well just before you unlock a next level. I always say they're a very big sign for a new door opening emotionally or physically. Okay. Huge opportunity ahead. Claiming your right power. Why do I feel like it's a big, I know for the right collective it's not irrelevant, it's very important. I feel confrontation or conflict makes you very nervous and you shut down. So let's just say everything that comes to my mind. Let's just say you've got to stop looking at conflict as conflict and arguments. You've got to realize it's challenges that need to be faced, just with more of a constructive approach, right? But let's just say your destined path entails a very big community around you. Let's just say social media as an example. Let's just say you are meant to be like huge, right? Huge. If you can't deal with conflict, you got no hope. Your journey, your true path, your destiny path's going to break you. And I always say the universe doesn't want to make your trauma worse. So if they're holding you back, and you are on social media, and conflict makes you nervous, you've got to change your approach. You've got to learn about boundaries and speaking up for yourself. It doesn't make you a bad person. You're standing up for what's right or what you believe to be true. Okay, no one should tell you what your beliefs should be or how you should act and walk in life. Like, that's you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So if you have something that is, you're literally meant to be crowned, your destiny is to be this glowing beam, right? And you can't put up a boundary. And you can't speak up for yourself without getting nervous or being argumentative and toxic and volatile. Like it's from one extreme to another, completely silent. So you're doormat, repressing to a point of explosion. And then once that button's pushed, you're like, yeah! That ain't going to work for your destined path. And I always say every puzzle piece leads to the next. So these lessons through this breakup, through whatever these people, it's not just to do with your reunion. It's to do with your destiny. Valuable lessons you still haven't learned from the cause of your separation because you've been so fixated on your union point instead of saying, what do I need to learn from these people? I don't know if you've heard me say this. Everyone in my life, my partner, my family, my siblings, my friends, all lessons. I see you as lesson. Love yous all, but it's a lesson. So anything that ignites my emotion or anything that comes left field, what's the lesson? Let it be. It's even excitement or happy, like true happiness. Even in happiness, I'm like, what's the lesson to this? What came before this? Why am I feeling this right now? Why did it, like, that's my brain. And I'm telling you, it works for me. See everything as a lesson, okay? Especially things that come across your path as randomly. All right, last one. Oh, that's way too many, but huge breakthrough, especially of your mind. Your mind's eye, the right eye, not these two eyeballs because they do nothing but blind us. This eye is what matters, okay? Huge breakthrough coming. All right, let's get into this person. to go these first. How is this person feeling towards this beautiful collective? How are they feeling right now? Yeah. Okay, so mission, they see you, probably a mission to come back to, but clearly the right collective. There's a reason I'm talking the way I'm talking. Don't make the details fit. They see you on your path in life. Okay, that's mission work to me, but they want a new beginning here, but they're still in denial. You know what we're going to do? We're going to see their perception, how they feel now and how they're going to feel in the 4 to 8 weeks once you pass these tests. I'm speaking hypothetical, but I think the collective you will. Okay, so let's see the difference. So they do think about union. Okay, so this person thinks about this new beginning. They think about taking this leap of faith, but there's something your path, the way you move through life. I think there's admiration, but I think there's intimidation. Okay, there's something here that creates denial for the new beginning still, because it's not time. It's not time. Your brain's not right. That's wrong. I shouldn't have said. The way you're thinking, you still haven't learned all the lessons that need to be learned. Okay, the theme of this reading. Remember, what caused the detriment in the past needs to be healed. There's certain outlooks and thought patterns and actions that you still embody, if you know it or not. Maybe you haven't had any love tests. Maybe you've been celibate. Maybe you've been, I felt like this collective's in isolation. So I just think... And this is another reason I say don't stay in your spiritual bubble. How do you really know you're healing if you've got no one around you to trigger you, to show you that you still need to heal? And I think this collective, if you're really honest with yourself, I think you still get the same triggers maybe with family or certain people, telemarketers, like you got to be honest with yourself. Everyone can say, I'm so healed. But when it comes to the lessons, you're just repeating the same thing. It means you actually haven't completely healed. Okay? So there's a reason denial is still over this person. So right now, they think about it all the time. But the universe has got your veils on still. Okay. Let's get one more for how they feel now, right now. Okay, betrayal and avoidance, so they don't want to own up to it. So what are you avoiding? What are you not learning? Are you constantly fixated on the betrayal? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So what happens? You're feeding that into their thread. So again, yes, they want this. This is going to be a fucking mission though, so I'm going to deny it. I'm not ready to own my shit, so I'm going to deny it and avoid it. Okay, let's get intention for now. We're going to do this again now and then 4 to 8 weeks. Pisces, I said that before. Okay, their intention right now. So they rewrite, but they don't hit send. This makes sense. So they think about you all the time, but they're not pressing that hit send button, so it doesn't matter. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So again, there's such a focus for you right now. You're not seeing it clearly. I'm just trying to show you what negative outlook, or sometimes we think we're being the most positive, but it's those little details. I always say the harder the lesson to see, the bigger the lesson learned. Okay? So 76 unsent messages, and they have probably written you that many unsent messages. This person's notes are probably all messages for you. Okay? It's like writing a book. I really want to tell you how I feel, but is it too late? Will you understand what I'm trying to say to you, or will you misinterpret my message? I'd rather not say anything at all. So as soon as they want this new beginning union, look at the hurdles around it, because you are focusing on the hurdles around your connection too, the right collective. Okay. All right. And rejection. Okay, let's get them... right now, how they're feeling about this. So they need to work on temperance too. So they're getting the same lessons at the moment, but more patience. All right. But feminine energy, their intuition's on fire, and they probably think you know everything that's going on in their life. They need to moderate. You're both triggering each other too much right now, and you're not even in contact. Just this is all energetically. energetically, and soul ties do this even in separations. It's like you get the same lessons without you even knowing. You still trigger each other in separation, even if your worlds apart. Okay, one more. Hierophant and Cloud. So do they have the potential, especially if they're seeing you in this magician work? This is also my card of magic and ritual, especially with this moon energy here. I had a collective on TikTok yesterday about this person's terrified, hypnotized, yet captivated. I actually was going to upload that over here as well. If you guys want me to upload it here, just write it in the comments. But they're being stubborn as well. Here's a card of stubbornness, but thoughts, problems, doubts, hesitation, beyond unclear, indecision, confusion, misunderstandings. So they're just holding on to why they shouldn't. They're fogged, just like you right now. Okay, does this person have potential to be Hierophant? 100%. I can see the way I'm speaking to you guys. I don't need to see a twin flame card to feel that. But how I'm talking, you're an amazing, powerful collective, which means your person's amazing and powerful too. Okay. All right, so that's them now. Blocked. I'm going to put all the same cards back in. I'm not doing anything funny here, so let's just, okay. Sorry, just people. All right. Okay, so their intention in the next 4 to 8 weeks, if this collective through these emotional lessons. Okay, so we've got hot and cold, ghosted, chaser, karmic energy, hold on, hot and cold, awakening from it, which is what's needed here, ghosted, starting to miss, reminisce, and long. Okay. Remember right at the start I said things will just unfold naturally when you start to detach, and whoever this karmic energy is, the triggering, the girl, boy with the snake, that will unfold naturally. It'll come full circle. There'll be a tower with that person, and the veil will start coming off from this person without you having to do anything. I think within the next 4 to 8 weeks, what they've been hot and cold about, why they've stayed away, they awaken to. Okay, they start to really tap in. They start, I think, signs, synchronicities, all of that stuff becomes more powerful for them. They really start to long and miss you properly. Okay, chaser, just healing, as we said it. They start to miss you properly. Breaking free from the puppet, the control, them resisting. I feel they break free from the resisting. I want one more for that though, let's be real. Oh. Movement, that's what I think. They break free from it and they come forward, they're focused. They finally reevaluate everything. They've got you beelined. So they start to go over things the right way. Okay, I was a little bit alarmed when I saw that control over here because I was thinking, or maybe it's them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we've got movement and we've got focus here. So they reevaluate their attentions on you. They know they need to start putting in effort because they're reminiscing and going over their behavior, their hot and cold behavior, awakening up. It means accountability. Okay. So again, that's a big thing for this collective. It's just taking accountability for the destruction and not blaming other people. Okay. It had to happen. Karmic. So after it gets revealed what happens, I'm sorry. I should have trusted you. I should have this. And you need enough understanding and not add fuel to the fire. So if you were holding on to the resentment now that you are, right, and it wouldn't even come full circle, but hypothetically, let's just say, you know, the universe did release something that they saw through this karmic's, you know, veil, this person that they trust to the core that I believe is a permanent fixture in their life, and they come forward, I found out this, I found out that, I should have listened, I should have this, I should... Oh yeah, that person did this, that did that, because you got the resentment, so you're adding fuel to the fire, so you're already putting destruction into something, or you would be completely the opposite and just be a doormat and not mention anything, because that's the issue here with this person. You're from this collective, one extreme to another. It's not meant to happen. You can't whoever this person is in this person's life, this isn't a lover. I literally think it's a parent. That's something that they need to sever, them and parent. That's got nothing to do with you, okay? Right, collective, this will make sense. The forgiveness and the I'm sorry doesn't come for this collective till they see through this person. So you have to release it. Stop fixating on it, okay? All right, hot and cold, missing you, Kundalini. Oh, oh, oh. Red thread. Trust in your red thread. They see, they know. So you got the Kundalini, the missing you, and you got the twinnies. And they break free from what they've been tied to. Because I always say, karmics, you can't manipulate someone back in your life. Karmics you can manipulate back in your life. So the 100 phone calls are this and that. Divines you can't. Once your veils are on, the only people, the only person, the only energy that has hold of it is our creator, our divine, our universe, God, whoever you believe to be up there. The only thing you can do is heal and see lessons and become the best version of yourself and focus on your mission work. That's all. You've got no control of it. So until it goes bing up there, there's nothing you can do. So there's no point fixating on something that's out of your control. Focus on the things you can control, right? Next 4 to 8 weeks, this person finally wakes up. All right, and my house just literally creaked. Did you hear it? Twice. Out of nowhere. Protection. This has always been protected though. All right, let's get one more for that. On the same frequency, finally, on the same page emotionally. This collective, you're actually a lot closer than you think. Like, this is... I don't want to say union energy just yet. I'll re-tap into this in about, let's say, 5-6 weeks. But you'll have to comment on this exact video in 5-6 weeks to remind me because I forget. But from what I can just feel now intuitively, this is smelling like this next point of communication. It's going to be something very special here. I just don't want to say it just yet because you didn't get divine feminine or masculine age gap, so maturity. So maybe that's another reason there's opinions here if you've got a big age gap between you guys. But finally being mature enough to open up about their emotion, movement, focus, reevaluate. Okay. And there's that union. Once the karmic energy is gone, so what they're wanting now, they finally come in for. As I was saying it too. I don't want to confirm it. I don't want to confirm it just yet, but I do feel that intuitively as we're reading this now. Okay. But this needs to be severed without you focusing on it. That'll come full circle when it needs to. You need to let go of resentment of this person. And it's funny, this age gap, I'm normally very don't make. But for this collective, some of you in this collective, you might actually have a big age gap because it's a twin pairing. I always say you have a societal issue, religion, spiritual factors, age gap, nobility factors, sexuality, marriages. There's always something here, the cultural differences. There's a thing that society doesn't understand with you guys because you're here to teach unconditional love. Love is love, no matter what. And when I say age gap, I'm not talking about pedophilia. Like, I just want to make that very clear. Okay. But there's something normally that 100% of you, society doesn't understand. Okay, so this collective, I don't just think it's age gap here, but I do think it's the reevaluating. The movement comes from more of an emotional, mature place. Okay, I'm hearing both for that. All right, let's get their true intention in the next 4 to 8 weeks. I actually feel very good with this, like a clean sweep kind of energy, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Oh wow, so they're gonna be going over memories. Oh my god, no, sorry, I thought that don't worry. December 22nd, so February 6th, February 7th to March 19th. So this is a memory that's going to ignite them to come forward. You've got to remember this memory is also to do with this interference because it comes forward when there's something illuminated with that cycle. So for the right collective, This person was involved in this period. Okay, winter, summer, whatever country, doesn't matter. It's December 22nd, February 6th, February 7th to March 19th. This person was heavily involved in, I feel, the separation, okay, or the start of it. Don't make it fit, very important. Number 98, free will. So they break free from the shackles. So in 4 to 8 weeks, they're not listening to other people, which means they're not going to listen to your grievances either. If they're finally breaking free, I just need to make this clear, right? So if this person's a people pleaser, been blinded by karmic connection, and then that trust is broken, especially if it's a permanent fixture, a family friend, this person, if they know it or not, they're going to be highly triggered inside because they love this person. This person they trusted with blind faith, right? So even though they've broken free from it, there still doesn't mean their soul's not going to be broken and hurt. And this is why this collective, you need to let go of resentment, because if you add a fuel to the fire here, instead of building a bridge and trying to soothe this for this person and whoever this is, it would backfire completely. You need to trust the wheel's working for a reason, but this person's coming forward in the mind frame of free will. So they're not going to want to feel caged. They've just broken free from something. So again, there's a reason codependence and abandonment's going to be activated in you as well over these next coming weeks. You try and be too much, too soon for this person, it's not going to work. So you need to trust. It's not about your ego's timing. The universe is doing this so you don't lose this person and they don't lose you, vice versa. They're wanting the things that cause the block to be healed. Okay? Free will is a focus of theirs. They're not going to want to be told what to do. Whoa! So with them coming in, they're going over memories. Now you got 4. There's only 4. These are important, okay? So that date, and now we've got fall or spring. So September 22nd, November 6th. No, November 7th. Can I be honest? Let's be real. This is a flow. So this person, they were there the whole time. And I find this with divine. So this person that I don't need to say the person we've been focusing on, that was the interference, they were in the background the whole time, which also makes me think it's a permanent fixture in this person's life. So from February right through to December 22nd, this person's been there. Because you got, again, confirmation they're going to be going over all the memories where this person interfered. They're seeing through the veil, right? So they are thinking about everything. They're going back to every conversation, probably every argument. Like they're going over it all. That's huge. The right collective, that'll make sense. So you got 99, 98, and 60. I feel that's the right collective's like whole relationship. I think this is one of my collectives. Christmas was gut-wrenching here. But finally trusting their intuition, Capricorn. I was feeling Pisces, but it could be an earth sign. But they're trusting themselves. So this is their intention to 4 to 8 weeks. It finally dawned on me why I'm so drawn to you, why our connection is so intense and scary. I'm starting to understand my fears and my overwhelming emotion towards you. I was too focused on my career and my goals and that's funny because this person that they get blinded to is all about that. They're all about Ace of Pentacles. So again, it's kind of reminds me of like a role model or something in their life. I took you for granted and expected you to wait for me. Unfortunately, you knew you'd be waiting forever. I'm sorry I never put you first. So they are thinking about putting someone else first. And maybe that was information, because you got to remember this person presents very nice and empathic. So maybe they said to this person, if it's meant to be, you'll come back into alignment in 10 years or 50. If there was an age gap, right? And because I just feel this person has such a firm mask. I don't even think it could have been a lot of... I actually think it was more planting seeds, right? This is really meant to be, you guys will find each other again. Why not try in 10 years? If you still crave them in 10 years, what about then? It's like, that's what I'm kind of feeling, okay? Just very, not that it matters. I shouldn't be saying that to you guys, because this is what I'm trying to break you free from. I'm embodying your energy. Don't think like that. Whatever the case, as I'm reading this, I really feel this person thought they were getting really good advice here when it came to you. And the intensity of you, I think they went through a lot. And I honestly, there's a reason everything comes to my mind. I really feel this person was made to believe by a role model figure. If this is meant to be, and you, because I think they were so hurt. So they were saying, if you're still hurting in 5-10 years, you know, come back into alignment. If it's meant to be, it'll always be kind of energy. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, collective, you'll know what I'm saying. Free will. Yeah, no, masquerade, 100%. So don't be adding fuel to the fire. But I was wearing a mask by appearing happy and serene in front of others. When I'm alone, I think about you and realize I was my true authentic self when I was with you. So I want one more for that. I think that confirms what we were saying about don't you be trying to be codependent here or push anything, but one more. Wow, this is my glow card. So it could even be them that's a little bit jelly belly, codependent. I was used to being center focus of everyone's attention, but your magnetism outweighed mine and I was so insecure about that. Okay. If this person is wanting to live in your pocket, there's a reason I said before, don't do that to this person. I feel they're kind of a free bird. I think you are as well. I don't think codependence works for any of you, like either of you, but maybe this person, they haven't completely healed that. But as soon as they get stuck in codependence, they just want to break free, right? So even if they try to, it's because there's still a little bit of jealousy. They kind of don't want to let you out of their sight. Vice versa. However it fits, even both. Don't let it happen, is what I'm hearing. Can't be jealous of each other. That means no trust. People that can't let their person do or be away from them, it comes from insecurities. You think they're going to find someone better. So it's like you have to keep them lock and key. You know, that's not healthy. This is going to be a big test for you guys when this comes in. But they're reinventing. So by going over all these details, they're reinventing themselves in the next 4 to 8 weeks. I'm trying to reinvent myself and release the old me. I took you for granted, disappointed you. I deserted you when you needed me the most. I want to come back stronger so I can build something better with you. So as they're dissecting, and this is underneath this card. So this is probably where they deserted you. So September 22nd, November 6th. This is around Christmas time. November 7th, everything I say. December 2nd. This would have been one of your first big ignition points, red flags of this is falling apart or this is when it did fall apart. Okay. Because remember I said at the start, it was like it was trickling in and you didn't know. Because what for them was them you had dealt with in other connections and it never broke you apart because they were karmics and karmics put up with our shit for years. So the things that were happening here, they weren't red flags to you because again, you had always overcome them with past connections. This is either when they first started huge, like pulling away, or this was the end. Okay, because this is where they're reflecting they deserted you when you needed them the most. But cosmic love. Beautiful. Not right now though. This is in 4 to 8 weeks, my angels. If you get through those emotions... anyway, if you're still watching this, you've watched the whole reading, so you know. Okay. I just want to confirm with these. Next 4 to 8 weeks. Oh, reawakening lost hope for you. Reawakening lost hope, deeply committed. They know this is uncommon. Family issue. Manifesting deeper desires. All in for what you love. 10 completion. Okay. Ooh, witchy poo. I do believe you're a witchy poo, but I'm going to more say they're alchemizing, breaking things down, making something, I'm going to say work. Potions, spell work. I don't think the sun, masculine energy. Yes, climax, power, fulfilled, pride, radiant success, divine masculine. Victory, happy, warm. Daytime, it could come in and, oh, High Priest. I think they're going to bring things out of the dark, things that were secret, because you got to remember that's what they're holding on to now. The betrayal, the avoidance, the secrets, the lies, the this, the that. With the sun, like illumination. It's kind of, when moon, and I know that's not moon, I know it's High Priestess, but moon and sun to illumination, kind of the same pairing. Okay, let's get one more for that. Phoenix. Okay, they were a crossroads, multiple choices, journey, free will. It comes down to, I don't think this is set in stone. I think you've got potential. It's not set in stone. I always say our decisions put us on timelines. This comes down, which means it's still a little bit, it's still on a crossroads here. So this comes down to you guys over the next upcoming months. I'm not even going to try and sugarcoat it. You've got, yes, this can be illuminated, secrets out of the dark, or it'll stay in the dark and just prolong your timeline. Okay, either make this cycle or you don't. It comes to your actions, decisions, boundaries, what you're learning over these next upcoming months. Crossroads journey, multiple choices, free will, opportunity, weighing up the options. A decision will be made. Either independence or a road trip. So maybe there's distance with you guys. One more. Twin flame. It's not there. But twins, doesn't matter how long you've been on this journey, until you learn these lessons, you're not coming in. Okay, some of you don't even come in this life. I'm not one of those people that believe every single twin that's found them, like, that's not true. It's not true. Unless you turn into your divine beings, you're not coming in. The big lessons: soulmate, twin flame, the one, a pair of things, deep soul connection, blooming love, faith, divination, fluidity. You can either make this be your cycle or you just prolong your timeline. This collective, you're very activated, you're very aware. You're not just stuck. You're doing your mission. You can see it. I felt it before. Beautiful. Trust. You're going to need blind faith. You're going to need to... People see these lessons, right? And they're like, oh. Let's just put it down, because we deviated about sobriety, the mental clarity, right? It's like, I always say, true twins, whatever was there in the past that broke your connection needs to be changed. But the whole time you guys are craving them, still doing stupid shit. If you had addictions in your connection, you guys still drink or smoke or take this and take that, and then you wonder why it's prolonged, and you know deep down inside this isn't Christ-like nature. Okay, let it be the codependence. Okay, the fear of abandonment. You guys get tested with this through things in life, and if it's not healed, you know, well, that's not healed, that's not coming in. But you guys, because it's not tangible evidence, when you pass the test, you're coming closer. You just give in to the magnetic pull. No, I'll just have a glass of wine. Who knows? They might not be coming back for another year. I'll just give in to it. It's just because you can't see you passing a test or failing a test doesn't mean it's not happening. We talk about the cake period all the time. You get activated, you start baking in your cocoon, your isolation, your how they all say in schizophrenic, you're in your cocoon period. Then when you're ready, you're not manic anymore, you come out. And this is review period. Now we go through review period all the time on this, right? We come out for review period, rest period. You know, when you're resting your cake, right? Cooling it down, getting ready for those toppings. Now your review period, which you're about to go through with all of these lessons, you need to heal to make sure when you come in, there's not going to be friction and blocks that were blocks in the past, right? Now through that cooling off period where you're getting lessons, if you aren't getting ticks on those lessons, unfortunately, we're going to have to go back in and bake again. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Whereas if you're passing your review period, this is when the toppings, the icings get granted. The blessings, you know, in the start of the cycle before we activate, we talk about it all the time, the 2-year cycle. Normal people, 85% they get their blessings. Normally people that are activated, your blessings, your toppings, your icing gets accumulated till you're ready, so they become permanent fixtures. Not like the rest of the population, it comes in and out every 2 years, right? This collective, very important review period, because from what I can sense from this, what I can sense from this beautiful collective, if you pass this collective, you're smelling like you're coming into union. I will confirm in the next 4 to 8 weeks if you want me to. Just remember to write so I don't forget. But from what this is a very pivotal review period for you guys, where at least, you know, worst case scenario, passing this review period, you're at least back on the same page emotionally. Okay. So at least starting to build the foundation again, whatever the case may be. I'm seeing two people that can finally align emotionally and at least start communicating with each other. Where right now I think it's just complete stonewall, okay, off the grid. Makes sense? Anyway, love you guys. Let's get you some charmies. Star, the Venus star. Magic all around you. Trust in your love story. Windfall. So I've got the building block pyrite, and that's my windfall. That means something's coming in quick financially for this collective. Just side note. Triple moon goddess. Sorry. This very barely comes out. Garnet could be your birthstone. You're clearly a witchy poo. You even got the Brew Brew card. So you've got I and D. Feathers, signs, synchronicities. Pay attention to your lessons, not just the feathers on the floor or the animals, the actual physical. Anyway, we explained it. But the perfect timing, when time stops. Serendipity. 26th of the 10th. Maybe your clock's just stopped. Trust in the divine, your divine lessons. Remember, every single thing happens for a reason. Everyone says it, but to actually believe it is a difference. We all say, oh yeah, everything happens for a reason. But when you truly believe it in the core, that's when your mind opened up, beach. That's when your mind opens up and you are like, everything you see, you find the reasoning. Do you know what I'm saying? That is such a powerful saying that people don't give enough energy into. Like that, it's so true. 20th of the 6th, 18th of the 6th. You got 5-5 and 6-6 here as well. Portal energy, 13th of the 5th. 3rd of the 1st, 1st of the 3rd, 13th of the 1st, 131, 1331, 15th of the 8th, 3-3, 3-3-3. You got 3-3-3, 4-4, and 5-5 in the other row. Sign. Very nice. Portal energy is important. You could be a portal baby. This person could be. This interference could be. So portal babies are 1st of the 1st, 2nd of the 2nd, 3rd of the 3rd, 4th, like if you're born on a portal date, okay? All right, my angels, I love you guys, and I will be on TikTok later with another collective. Alrighty.